What's going on, Tide Nation, College Football Nation? This is Jan716 back here again, and today I want to preview guys the Alabama and Mississippi State football game. I'm going to preview that for you guys, and I'm also going to give you guys my prediction of what the score is going to be. So anyway, guys, let's hop straight into the video. All right, so Alabama versus Mississippi State. This is going to be a very, very important football game. Of course, it's going to be an emotional football game, especially for Alabama because they're coming off a loss to LSU at home in Tuscaloosa, losing 46-41 to LSU. So Mississippi State's going to be a very, very important game because if Alabama loses one more game, then they're done. They're officially out of the college football playoffs. So of course, you only got 3 more games left. 2 more until the big one against Auburn, but you got to focus on the next opponent. Upsets do happen. Ask Ohio State last year what happened to them when they lost to Purdue and Iowa. So, is Alabama going to win this game? I am 100% confident that Alabama is going to win this football game, but still, this is going to be a football game that normally for Alabama it's a tough game. Because you're coming off a very, very physical, emotional football game against LSU. It's one of the best. It's one of the best rivalries in college football. And you're coming into Mississippi State. You're bruised. You're banged up. Emotions are very, very high. And you're going against Mississippi State, which is looking to knock you off. They're always looking to knock you off. Despite what their record is, Mississippi State's a very, very tough team, and this is going to be in Starkville, where the cowbells are going to be ringing. So, the question is, can Alabama win, and what will the score be? Well, they're going to win. I'm confident in that. I think the question is, what will the score be at this point, right? What's going to be the score? Is it going to be how it was against South Carolina, where the score is going to be like 7-47-28, and it's a dominant win, but it's not as dominant as what people want. People want 50-0, 51-7, 50-0 type games. Bama hasn't really. I mean, they got it against Arkansas, but they typically against some of the teams like Tennessee, Tennessee and South Carolina, A&M. Some of the Ole Miss. The SC opponents that they played against, they didn't really put them on them like they did in the past. So the question is can they do that in this game? And I think they can. I really think that they can do it. Now the question that everybody wants to know is Tua Tagovailoa going to be playing in this football game? He is. I think that Nick Saban's not the type of person that he's not the type of person that loves sitting players out, especially when they can play. Now, you got to think about now, personally for me, and I think for everybody else, Tua's not playing in this game if it was my decision. Mac Jones, I think he has shown that he's capable enough to lead the charge. And Tua Tagovailoa, he's shown that he can be, maybe the next man up next year behind Mac Jones, or who knows, maybe Bryce Young will come in and be the starting quarterback. But that's for another discussion. So, I think that Mac Jones should come in. I think that he should take the charge. Especially, I really do truly believe that it's going to help Alabama in the long run, especially if Tua gets hurt, let's say in the Iron Bowl, or if they make the playoffs. He gets hurt, Mac Jones can come in and he can potentially compete and save the day for us, just like how Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa did in the past. So, yes, I do believe that, Mac Jones should definitely be playing in this game. But I think that Tua will start. The question is how many times will he throw back? Is he going to get the necessary protection from his offensive line? Is he going to get hit? And how will he do on his ankle? Now, we've heard reports that he's reportedly done much better than what he did last week. He's progressed really, really well, which is good. Which is a good sign for us. But we've heard that in the past last year. And that ankle continued to bother him all the way through, even in the against Oklahoma and Clemson. It can just continue to bother him. And Tua, he even said himself, he wasn't healthy until the springtime. So that ankle is going to be bothering him the entire year. But I understand that you got to get the reps. You got to try to build that connection with Tua and his receivers, because last week you clearly saw that in the first half, the connection between him, Judy, Ruggs, Waddle, and Smith, it was clearly off. He was throwing it behind players. Receivers were dropping passes. We just saw some of the things that you just wouldn't see from Tua and the receivers. So I understand that you got to try to build that that connection again, that trust with your receivers. And I know that it can definitely hamper it. So I get it from that standpoint. If that's what Nick Saban is worried about, he doesn't want to make that mistake again like he did against LSU. But you got to think about You got to think about the long term. You got to think about the health of your quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. And this is Mississippi State. They're 3-5, or 3-6. I'm not too sure, but they got 3 wins this year. The quarterback play just hasn't been the best. The running game, Kylan Hill has probably been their only positive from what I've been able to see. Defensively, this is nowhere near the same group like we saw last year with Montez Sweat and the rest of those guys on that defensive front. Jeffrey Simmons, I'm thinking about Jeffrey Simmons, Montez Sweat, just the rest of that crew up there. I think that defense was nasty last year and put up a phenomenal game plan against Alabama last year. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Mississippi State goes to that type of scheme where they're being physical with Alabama receivers. They're sending 7-8 guys. They're trying to confuse Tua Tagovailoa, and they're trying to put as much pressure on him. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we see that scheme, that formation that we saw from Mississippi State last year. But Bama's got the better personnel this year. I think last year it was evenly matched between the offense and the defense. Alabama has way better personnel than Mississippi State on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball as well. I think that overall wise, I think that Alabama will run the football with Najee Harris. I think they'll give him more than 19 carries like they did against last week against LSU. I think that Tua Tagovailoa will play. He'll play only maybe in the first half, and then Mac Jones and Talia, they'll come in the second half and try to get as much as reps, try to get as much experience as possible. I think that this is going to be one of the better performances we see from Alabama. This is going to be a pissed-off Alabama squad. This is going to be a mean Alabama squad. I think they'll bring it on to Mississippi State. They'll rebound. They'll try to make a statement in this football game to the College Football Playoff Committee. And I truly believe that from moving on from here, that we will see the Bama of old. So my final score prediction, I think Bama's going to put it on them. I'm going to say 49-7. 49-7 is my final score prediction, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got from this video. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, for even just wandering onto my channel if you guys are new. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share the video. It really helps out the channel. And if you guys want more content from your boy, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications if you want to see more of me, because pretty much from this day on forward, I am going to be making videos every single day talking about Bama football, NFL football, just whatever I can get my hands on that is sports related. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for stumbling upon the channel. Hopefully you guys will be back for the next one. This is Jan716. I'm out. Peace.